Hey guys, and welcome to the stream. And in this one, we will be doing something a little bit different. We are going to start construction on building a whole entire city. And as you can tell, a little bit of a city is already made because, well, I've actually started construction on this thing um, through a few years of work, just on my own time. I have done a decent amount of stuff here. And this is just like a thing that I started on my own before I even started content. And I think it's a pretty cool city, what we have here already. And I just thought that we could make some cool streams out of this because honestly, it's been so long since, I've kind of touched this world that I feel like I've just progressed so much more in my building skills and everything. And this would become so much more of a more realistic city, I would feel like, and so much more to scale. So I think what we can do to help this progression of our city and everything, of making it, seem like you can really see the progression of my building skills, is I think a good way of doing that is to, what do you call it? Make a little bit of an expansion of a road somewhere, and then we will make a new part of the city, continuing like the buildings and everything, and we can um, make new buildings and make a new start, sorta. And then that will like really show, the progression of my building skills and everything. Because as you can tell here, I did not plan out like the sizes of roads or anything to the scale of how big cars are and how cars need to be a certain size or whatever to even be built. Because I built a car over here in a parking lot, and as you can tell, it's it's 4 blocks wide, and this is such of a small road. Hey, what's going on, Cloud? I remember you from the last stream. How's it going, man? How is it going? We're just going over um, this really cool city that we are going to continue constructing. Ignore the insane buildings around me. That's why I turned on my render distance. But I actually do have something to show you with that little arrow right there. But for all you newcomers out there, because I know actually probably barely any of you guys have seen this city. I do have a video showing a tour of this place, but I'm sure barely any of you guys have seen the city. So, to our right here, this is the first building that you will see, and this is a haircut place. So it's called Super Shears. You get it? You get it? I think you guys get it. And if you head inside of here, we have the cashier, some barrier block magic so he stays in that spot, and we have the spot here to I don't know why actually. Why do we even have? Yeah, I don't know why I have that like that. Um, but we have our spots to wait there if there's a backup in line. We have the water bottle representing like the glass bottle representing the water bottle to spritz your hair and stuff, and you have the shears and the shelves, and I think the shelves like really brought this thing together a lot. And we have the mirrors and everything using tinted glass, and I think this place came out really, really awesome. Um, and then if we move along here, we have ourselves a hotel or apartment building. I don't really know. I made this place and I honestly don't know if it's an apartment building or not. But also alleyways. I have some garbage bags inside of here. A little bit messy as always. Alleyways are. But we have some cool overhangs here. Um, and windows, and you can see there's a little bit of overgrowth on the buildings and stuff like that. And as you walk inside here, you have the cash register, And other than that, yeah, have not done really much inside of this. I know, right, dude? This was like really, I really loved seeing like everyone's projects and everything, like big projects just like this, and I was like, I want to do something like this. This was like probably back in like 2020. I started this, like 2021, and I was like, I really like. I saw a bunch of creators like doing big mega bases and projects and stuff like that. I was like, I want to do something similar to that. And I recently like saw some of my YouTubers that I watch like do some cool city stuff and things like that. And I was like, I really want to see if I can make my own, you know, type of version of that. So I just started with this, and I think it's came out to be a really cool project, and I want to continue on this. It's definitely going to be something really cool when we come to the end result. I don't think I ever really will come to an end result if you guys really like it enough to where, we just keep on adding and adding to this place. But this is a club. So I just for some reason like added some shading to it. There's a garbage bin there, a lot of texturing and stuff like that. A cool like neon sign, and we'll show the rest in a second. I even got to the insane detail of adding like this was like after the fact. I already built everything, but I like took like 2 hours or so on like a random day to um, make AC units and little tiny details on the roofs and everything, like pipes and again AC units, antennas, etc. Even this building has a fire escape, which is pretty cool. And yeah, anyway, let's get back to the touring this place. So inside of here, we have ourselves a DJ, um, which is named is apparently Big Trap. Just came up for a random name. I don't know. I don't even know if that's actually a rapper. I don't know. It's just a DJ guy with a skeleton head. And then we have all the villagers inside here enjoying a few drinks. And how'd this break? Wait, there's redstone inside of here. How'd this break? I don't know why this broke. Okay. So this is going to be a server for people to join. I honestly, I think I would definitely want it to become that for sure. But for the time being, I don't have the real power to be able to do that yet. Like I don't have the things to be able to make this a server yet. Like I don't have realms or anything. So I will get there eventually, but I definitely want to make this a server where like people can join and stuff like that and like tour the world and we can put it in adventure mode because people can be a little bit destructive and destroy things. I think we would definitely have to find some really trustworthy people if we want to put like a moderator on their hands to be able to adjust things and stuff like that. Um, but if we come to our left here, this is a little bit of a hallway, bathroom. Sorry to intrude. Um, and then to the right is a janitor's closet, and there is an exit that leads to nothing. That's why there's actually barrier blocks here, so the villagers don't get stuck over there. And then this is the really cool bar area. So what we got going on here is a few bar stools with some pistons that are powered upward, and with some pressure plates on top, and also um, some signs on the side of it, so that it ends up actually coming up as like a place to rest your back. Hey, what's going on? How's it going? We're just touring our city here, which we're going to start construction again because I had this project years ago and I thought it would be a really cool idea to start it up again. But obviously, I did this off camera and before I even did content. Um, but yeah, here are the really cool bartenders area. We have some potions here with the pots, decorated pots. We have the versions that have the potion thing, the icon in the front, so it looks pretty cool. It kind of signifies that it's for potions. And then we have these really cool lightings up here, and I just fixed these lights so that it goes to like a disco rhythm or I don't know, whatever. Flashing lights. And I got inspired with these like lighting fixtures here by like I think like some Star Wars bar that I saw in like Disney. Because Disney has like a whole entire Star Wars themed area, and there's like a bar for the Star Wars themed land. And I saw like the lighting fixtures of that, and I was like, that would be a really cool thing to put inside of this place. So I kind of copied that in a way. And even if you look up right here, which I probably honestly, I think probably need to like spread this out more for this effect to even really be seen. But there's a little bit of like a green fog if you look up through the green, um, the green glass there or the grates. So it's like a little bit of a effect there with glass, and it makes it look like cloudy. I don't know. I don't know what I was really trying to do there. Maybe like a little bit of a glow. I think I was trying to make. Um, and then we head outside of here. This is a outside bartending area, and we have ourselves this guy that's able to go in between um, the bar itself and able to stock the area and everything. And we even have, of course, the pots and stuff like that for the stock, and also a cauldron of potions inside of it. And yeah, this is a really, really cool bar slash club. Really, really cool. And then, of course, we have the parking for the employees, and we also have a handicap parking spot, which is I'm not gonna lie, I think the design of it came out pretty cool. It came out pretty spot on. I'm not gonna lie. I think as spot on as the design or the logo it is for the handicap icon for sure. And then if we turn behind us, we have a pickup truck or a semi truck that um, that's holding the oh my god, like the shipment of drinks or potions or whatever for the bar. So that's pretty dope. And we skipped a few buildings here, so let's head over to actually the first ever building that was constructed in this city. This is a flower shop, and this sign actually signifies in a very cryptic or not cryptic, but what's the word I'm looking for? Um, um, I can't think of the word. I know it's a certain type of art. I forgot what it's called, but the red signifies the flower, the green signifies the stem, and the brown signifies the pot. And that is the sign. So it looks pretty cool. Abstract art. That's what it is. I thought it was a really cool way to fit almost like a flower design, onto a sign. So then these are little planting spots for the flowers. Obviously, I can't put flowers in there because you can't really shove anything inside of those. Um, but inside of here, we've got ourselves a few pots and everything like that. Cool vines coming down here, and our cashier. And yeah, pretty awesome. If you come out here, you come out to the exit where there's a garbage bin. And then also this alleyway, which I think came out really cool, and also one of my favorite gradings I've ever done, ever, right here. Looks really, really cool. Other than I think the top part actually looks a tiny bit messy, but yeah, but it looks really awesome. And then over here, this is a jewelry store. As you can tell by the giant gem on this ring here, I think I have to probably adjust that design because it does look like a little off. Like it doesn't really look like a ring. Like why is there bamboo and why is there wood? I don't know. And I don't really know what kind of other blocks I can choose to really, make this thing actually look like a ring because there's no such thing as gold stairs or anything. So, yeah. But obviously there's no such thing as valuable jewelry in the game, so I had to literally just do gold and uh, diamonds and stuff like that instead of valuable jewelry and stuff like that. So we literally just resulted to doing gems and stuff like that. But it still came out pretty cool. We may not actually have um, actual jewelry in there, but Minecraft just doesn't have that right now. I don't really see a reason why they would even actually have that in their period, unless it's like some sort of magical item. Um, and then right here we have ourselves a really cool mismatch of a pizza place and apartment building. And then also the really cool design of fire escape on the side of the building here too. And also, of course, the other half of the alleyway right there. Um, but as we come inside here, we have ourselves the checkered floors, seating to our left and right, and some paintings on the walls. And then this is kind of also signifying that this is like the menu. So these paintings would be where you would actually select what kind of stuff you want on your pizza, etc. And then we have Mario and Gato over here. Getting our pizza ready and everything. I had some berries that representing tomatoes and yellow dye representing cheese, and also a little cutting board there. And yeah, I think this came out really, really awesome. Definitely one of my favorite interiors of the city so far. Um, and then this is the last building of the street here. So we have inside here is a deli. This is a deli corner store. So to our left we have ourselves the meats. So we have this like freezer here. I did the best I could. Honestly, I could probably add like maybe oh no, I was like thinking like maybe the glass would make it seem a little better, but nope, that did not do anything. Um, but yeah, to our left we have some meats. And then to the right, these are all like cheeses, I think I was trying to get at. I think these are like cheese on there. And then you have all of the, like grocery store items like, cereal. That's what's kind of representing like, flour, maybe. Just like your base stuff that you would get at a grocery store, like eggs, like literally right there, milk. And then to the right, it would be bakery stuff. So we would have some breads, pumpkin pie, cookies, and some water. And then same thing on the other side. And then we have a little pot in the center there, or in the corner, sorry. And then we have this spot for the cashier. I always feel like the cashiers always have like this huge area concealed in the corner. Like I always see that in delis, like especially in like cities and stuff like that. I don't know why. I feel like that's like a common thing. But then we also have some meat hanging in the back there too, with mangrove used as like um the imitation of meat. And then this cash register guy here. And yeah, came up pretty awesome. And then this is our apparel store where we be selling clothing. And this is the little place for their advertisement. So they have the mannequins out here. This was actually made during Christmas time, so this is all decorated for Christmas. We have a Christmas tree and everything, and they're wearing festive colors. And we also got a bench here with a working dumpster. It picks up, or sorry, not dumpster, but garbage can. Picks up all the junk. If you were to spit any blocks into it, which is pretty cool. And then as we head inside here, we have all the garland everywhere. We have a campfire or a fireplace. We have some books and everything to the right. A little Christmas tree. And some cool more garland and everything. A center piece of a Christmas tree right here. And then to our left, we have ourselves a armor stand and literally armor stands everywhere, representing all of their clothing and everything, and even the actual platforms that they're standing on all have the carpets representing what colors their clothing is on them. So honestly, if I'd say, it's probably actually the clothing they're wearing. So it would be the hat, the green is representing the hat, the red is representing um, the shirt, the yellow is representing their shorts. So that's what's being displayed there, which is pretty awesome. And then the minecart going around is trying to be like kind of how you always see like trains, like Christmas trains going around stores and stuff like that. That's what I was trying to get at. And then also, just as a little gag, I have like a mannequin coming out of like an ice cave as like a yeti or something. Um, and then this is the registers over here, which came out pretty awesome. And yeah, pretty awesome place. And then right here on the same building of the deli store, we have ourselves a really cool creeper graffiti art of a creeper. Pretty awesome. Pretty cool how this came out. I'm pretty happy about it. Pretty proud of it. And then on the same building, this is a little bit of a parking place for both the 50/50 and this store that I still have not figured out what the heck I'm going to actually name here. I really don't know what really this store is going to be, but you know we'll figure it out. Um, and then I did all the backs here of all the buildings. We have AC units, pipelines, fire escapes. Um, all of that crazy stuff, even dumpsters and garbage everywhere. It's really awesome. You know, have some overgrown kind of areas of moss and stuff like that around the dumpster, kind of showing that it's like dirty and everything. We even have like a broken pipe showing that there's some wear and tear on this building. And then also um, this is a semi truck that was loading up this store here with its stock. You can see with a few crates and everything outside of it. And I came up with like a cool design where it's like a box and then it's a loading symbol and then it's a Minecraft block. I don't know. It was like a kind of a symbol that I ended up creating for like almost like a delivery service. Um, and then this is our two townhouses that we have made, which are really awesome. Uh, um, we have partially done interior and a fully done interior. Well, actually, you know what? They're both partially done. They're not both done. So yeah, one of them is almost done, but let's check them out. So inside of here, we have ourselves to our left a window here with a nice coffee table and a shelf to put your shoes when you enter the townhouse. And then you also have a bookshelf here. I don't really know why it's here. It was just like a filler in of space. That's honestly what it was. It was just a fill in of space because it felt really empty if it didn't have anything here. So we also have a lamp, and then we turn this way, and then we have ourselves a kitchen here with some awesome windows leading out into the city. As you can see, you can see a park and a circus just ahead there. You got some nice countertops. The observer block here is kind of representing a dishwasher. We got our ovens. We got these cauldrons above the ovens, so it looks like the ventilation system for smoke and steam and everything. Cutting boards dotted around. We got ourselves a sink, and yeah, looks pretty sweet. If we head over here, this is the living room. We've got ourselves a nice lighting system here. Um, we have our nice glass table or coffee table. I think this is a glass table, just a glass table. And then this is our TV. I put some glass panes in front of the black uh, concrete so that it seemed like it was more glossy and popping out at you. And then we have some candles on some trapdoors here just to get some light. And then we have this, I don't know, this was just like I don't know, like a prized possession or something that the people have, aka beacon. I'm not gonna lie, that is a pretty well prized possession. I definitely keep that up on a frame or something. And then this is a laundry room. So we have ourselves a hamper, and the dryer and washer. And then if we head over to our left, this is the first bathroom. This is like the guest bathroom. So, actually, we did end up having toilet paper here, but they recently changed how the way banners look, the banner patterns. Before, they didn't actually have the patterns on top of them. They used to just look like toilet paper rolls, and I actually had one on a item frame because it looked like toilet paper. So I had it next to the toilet, but I had to get rid of it since it didn't look like toilet paper anymore. And then we have a nice mirror there. So then over here, this is a staircase to the second floor, but let's check out the guest room. This is the guest room. So we got ourselves a chest, paintings, or not really paintings, these are just item frames. And then we have a fan up there, and a desk, and two windows looking outside. And then coffee table under the staircase. Nice chandelier here. Kind of weird design. I kind of came up with this one pretty fast, so it's not the best. And then this is the last thing that I kind of got done finished. This is the other bathroom that I ended up getting done. So we have mirrors here, toilet paper, our toilet, and I think I can put this here. Yeah. And then we have our sinks, bathtub, cool banner patterns to represent our curtains, and our faucet for the tub. And it came out pretty awesome. But the rest of this is all unfinished. So there's no finished interiors there. But yeah, that wraps it up for this townhouse. Um, Over here, this is the other one. And this one's a little bit more modern. So we have some pots here, some bookshelves. We have some nice art on the wall there, some cool rugs. Already we have ourselves the first couch. We have a few couches in here, I think, like two or three. Um, and we have some nice pottery with some plants in there. And then up here, this is actually really cool combination of a living room and dining room. So it goes up a little bit there. There's a little bit of a staircase up on the elevation of this place and kind of to separate the rooms and everything. So we have the dining room here, the dining table, and some cool lamps or lanterns. Um, and then we have some couches here, a nice sofa, rug, and then I have ourselves a nice TV, two lanterns, and a little bit of a candle. And it looks pretty awesome. Pretty proud of it. And then we have ourselves a really luxurious kitchen here with some cool tiles and cupboards and everything. And the same just as last time, except the fact that I actually made a microwave, which is pretty cool. And also a little bit different design here for the oven because I actually have a stovetop. And then over here, this is a hallway to the bedroom, which is really weird bedroom. I don't know why there's a giant fan made out of freaking copper trapdoors. I don't know. I was making up stuff. I don't know. But we have a nice bed here with some pillows made out of snow carpets. These are called snow carpets because they're the same size as carpets, and you can just keep on piling on top of them and until you get, the satisfied size that you want. It's pretty cool. Um, and then this is the staircase up that leads to nothing. Yeah, so this is the other unfinished part. So yeah, we still gotta eventually finish off these, but I kind of want to start on the new sections of our stuff today. Or finish off one of our projects that we have. So this is a park that I made. So this is actually a really cool thing we did here. We have ourselves a dog park to our left with a ball there for them to play fetch with, some dog bowls here with some water in it. We have ourselves a nice pond here with a picnic area, some cool trees here, a little bit of a place to chillax and possibly have some birthday parties at. I know there's a word for this, but I forgot. Um, and then to our right, we have yourself a playground, and we have one of those things where it's like the spring and it's connected to a seat, and you go like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's what I was trying to represent here. And then we have a little bit of parkour, a climbing wall using some fence gates, a swing. One of the if you guys know what I'm talking about, this is the thing where it's like the platform that you stand on and the people around you spin the platform round and round and round and round. It goes faster, faster, faster. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Um, and you would like hold on to the pole because it's like so fast, like you'd end up going flying. And then we have a seesaw. And yeah, that about wraps up the park. And the other things that I made here was the giant parking lot that houses a really cool um, what do you call it? Aquarium. And I have a logo of a killer whale here, or just a whale. I think you guys can kind of make it out. It's the white spot there, and then this is the underbelly right there, and then the rest of it is the black. Hey, what's going on, nobody? What's going on? We're just doing a little bit of a tour of our city, and then we're gonna construct more of it. We're gonna construct more of it. This is like a project that I've had, I've done off and on, through the years of playing Minecraft, and I thought it would be a good idea to, hop back onto this project, while doing some streaming. Yeah, whale alert. That's a whale right there. It's a killer whale. But as we head inside, obviously there's not really much of it inside. It's just a wall. But these are the guys that would get you set up with the tickets and everything. And then these are the things that let you through. I forgot you call them. If you guys know what it's called, please tell me. I I really forgot. It's the parts that let you inside when you have your tickets and everything. You walk into them, and then they let you inside. I forgot what the heck they're called. I really forgot. Oh, I get it. I get it. Nobody. Like, well. Yep, I got it. I got it. So we have 3 stairwells here that go up to this really cool aquarium that you can stand on top of. It's really, really cool. And they even have some spots where they can go over and under, some coral and stuff like that. But I had some really cool plans for this place, and honestly, I may end up actually um, doing this as our thing today, as our project, the start of our project of the city. I think we may end up doing the aquarium today because honestly, the vision is still inside of my head. Um, I had a vision of to where we can have all different types of sections for the fish and everything, and squid, and different types of um, ocean life. So you would have like salmon over here, cod over here, and then you could have I don't know, squid over here, glow squid over here, and then you could have axolotls on both sides, and then over here you could have the new mob, um, the what do you call it? I literally I think I have to just look at it. I forgot what it's called. Uh, Nautilus. Um, so you would have like the new mob there. He would have his own separate tank, like right in the middle that you could walk around. And then this big area here would be kind of like how SeaWorld has, you know how the SeaWorld has like their big giant tanks, and then they have the big arena things where they have like the orcas, or whatever, swimming and stuff like that. That is what's going here, but it's gonna be for dolphins. So it's gonna be like a dolphin show, and that's not gonna go there. And yeah, I've had this vision for a while, and I never actually, made it. So I think this is a great time to pursue it. So yeah, I think we should get started, guys. And then also, oh yeah, I completely forgot about this. The townhouses have a community pool. So if you come over here, I used brown mushroom stem or brown mushroom block, which is a really good placeholder for the concrete that usually goes here for your usual community pools. It's always like the same material, I swear, or the same concrete. But we have ourselves some nice lawn chairs out for you to rest at and some umbrellas. We even got ourselves the what do you call it? I'm really blanking today, huh? Oh my gosh. Rescue. Why I the watch guard? Holy crap. What it's on my tip of my tongue here. Please, someone save me. Save me here from my blankingness right now. I'm so lost. Like what the heck? Um Lifeguard. There we go. My gosh. Get ourselves a nice lifeguard stand right here, and then we have a hot tub, which I use a little bit of the design of some shelves here to make a little bit of a railing here. And then we have a nice bubbles going on here with the soul sand. I think that adds a really nice effect. I know. Happens to the best of us, exactly. I know, right? Um, and then some nice railings going down here, and it slowly gets deeper and deeper. So most of the pool is 1.5 blocks deep, so that you're able to go without having any bubbles depleting. And then it goes into 2 block deep to where you actually have to swim and stay afloat. Hey, what's up, TJ? You got your Pikachu evolved. Awesome. I know you're talking about that the other stream, and you said you like got it at like level 10 or something. Um, and then over here, we have ourselves the employees only section, where it's all of the stock of the floaties or all the other stuff, or the nets to like get stuff out of the pool if there's like leaves or someone pooped in the pool. We all know that happens once in a while. The freaking 5-year-olds take a deuce in the pool. That's always wonderful. Then you have to wait for like 4 hours for the pool to get shocked with the chlorine. Sucks. Anyway, I also started on actually not too far from now. Um, but it's a single player world. It's a single player world for now. I actually do plan on making this a server at one point to where you guys can hop on. It would be adventure mode. Only certain people would have like moderations to where they can, adjust things with blocks or whatever. Because I'd really have to trust you if you're going to actually do building or whatever. Because I don't want you guys blowing this up at all. This is a lot of work, a lot of work through many hours and many months of work. But yeah, these are the apartments slash townhouses. So we have like the more luxurious townhouses over here, and then we have the smaller townhouses on this side. So these are the cheaper ones. Who is the certain people? Well, you're gonna have to just show that you're trustworthy and you're mature enough to, handle the power. That's like what I kind of mean. Like, you know, you'd have to like, be really trustworthy. I like really have to trust you to be able to, get to that point. We'd have moderation for that. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do. Well, actually, before we start on everything, I do want to show you this one thing. I had this built. Just forget whatever you see here. This is random stuff I did in 2019 or 2018 or whatever with my friends, just doing build battles and crazy stuff. Um, but this is something that I did a really long time ago, and they have removed this feature. I know it's such a small thing, but before you were able to put buttons on top of fences, and now you can't. This is like the last remaining button that's on top of a fence. And it's such a small detail that it adds so much, and I'm so sad they got rid of it. I don't know why it's not a thing anymore. Um, but they did get rid of it. Look, I'm literally pressing the button to press it to place it. It doesn't go on it anymore. I don't know why. It's stupid. But yeah, that's the only one I have left of this place. It kind of sucks that they got rid of that. But yeah. Um, let's start on our first iterations of our project, shall we? I think we should do the aquarium first because I still have that vision in my head, and it would be really cool to start on that first, I think. So first things first, I'm gonna get rid of this stupid bone blocks because these bone blocks are so vibrant, and before Vibrant Visuals made it, um, I don't even have. I don't even have the monetization yet for you to give 500 subs. But hey, we'll get there. You're funny. You're a funny troll, TJ. My gosh. Yeah, we're just gonna break all these bone blocks though. Cause before Vibrant Visuals came out, they used to actually look very similar to White Concrete, but with the recent update, the Vibrant Visuals added to the game, uh, they're not whatsoever um, anywhere close to what it looks like to a White Concrete. So, yeah, have to get rid of these. Probably going to resort to placing like white wool or something like that. But yeah, I think we're going to have like a kind of like how Jurassic Park has like the same design where it's like the dome. I think that's what we're probably going to go for. Um, I don't know what we're gonna do for the shape of this thing, like the outside of the walls. Maybe windows? Maybe windows, I think probably will do it. Um, so we have to, white concrete is like white mixed with light gray. Yeah, it's really weird. It's actually not like white concrete at all, really. So we would have, what the heck? Why is there freaking this stuff under here? What is this from? Yeah, I have no clue what that's from. No clue. Did I like freaking plant a spruce tree or something? Anyway, let's just place down a little bit of this outline here of the white concrete. And then we're gonna have this strip of lights going across. And then we'll make the dome of this thing, which I think should come out decent. Hopefully it doesn't come out looking weird. Remember when you grew that giant spruce tree? Bro, you and that gibberish word. Bro, is that? Did you like come up with that or something? Or is that like from something? Is that from something? Or did you just come up with it? Also, I kind of have to... How did I do this? Okay, don't tell me I did this. Oh my gosh. I did every single light like this. So I have to place them like this. Bruh. I'd have to destroy the block. No, I saw it on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking so. Like there's no way just like it doesn't come from nowhere. Alright. So we're just gonna get the strip of lights inside here. It kinda sucked that I have to literally place blocks all along the wall here because to get the right specific way of the frog lights that I placed, I have to place it on the side of the block. So it's the specific way that I placed it before. Because look, if I place it from the bottom of a block, it has this design. But then if I place it on the side of a block, it has this design. So that's why I have to do that. Kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie though, this is actually a really satisfying sound though. ASMR. Ooh. Well, that's a bit annoying. Maybe we had a pillar right here. Maybe we have a pillar right there so that you don't see that. Oh no, there's a few spots of that. Where it has the untextured spots. But it did come from nowhere. Huh? Bro, you're literally confusing me now, TJ. You're confusing me now. Anyway, let's get this very much totally not inspired by Jurassic Park aquarium done. Because I'm not gonna lie, this is very much looking like the Jurassic Park like building that they had. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, I can't get copyrighted. Watch out. Okay. So now we just have to be able to get this looking right. Okay. But then we can't have it looking, okay, I don't know. Like, are we gonna have Are we going to have inner walls to where it's going to completely? I think we should probably have inner walls to where it's just going to be completely. Um, I'm copywriting. Please, random song from Frozen. What the heck? Um, but yeah, we're probably gonna have to do some inner walls and stuff like that to get things looking right. The only thing that sucks about this building is that, it's kind of symmetric and it has to be the exact same on every side. So to make this thing look right, it literally has to be exactly the same on the every single side. That's the only thing that sucks about this building. So I literally have to have the exact same shape on the exact opposite side. That's the only thing that kind of, sucks. Are you going to put a wire fence? No, I don't think we're going to put a wire fence or anything like that because then it kind of offsets the feeling of this place. It kind of feels like a military base then. And also, this is just an aquarium, so I don't think it needs anything like that. And um, also, I probably am going to have it to where, can you make the creative multiplayer? Well, I can't make a multiplayer yet, TJ. It'll be later for all you guys to join when we have a server. Um, but I probably will expand this parking lot or whatever to where it wraps around the whole building. Though, actually, I probably could end up making a fence blocking off the specific zones that are made for employee parking only. So it's like um, a street that goes around the building, and then there'll be a fence like right at the beginning there, and then there'll be like someone there at the that station or whatever that would make sure that you are an employee at the place. But this is pretty rough, guys. Like getting this all right because you have to make sure it's the exact same on each side. So, like, I have to kind of copy that shape now. Okay, so we went up a little bit right here, and we went a little curve like this. Okay. Um, oh, so this is different. We have a little bit of an issue here, guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I guess it's not going to be perfectly symmetrical for every single corner, but it definitely will be symmetrical for every single uh, opposite side. So it's going to be symmetrical to that side once we get the walls and everything done. But this is basically just going to be a dome. Big white dome. And I also, by the way, why the heck have they not added any more, like, sea creatures? I know they just added the Nautilus, but, like, is the Nautilus really that cool to where it's, like, filling up so much life? Like, they need to add something that will spawn in, like, groups, kind of like fish do, you know? Like, whales would have been kind of cool. Because whales aren't necessarily dangerous if, you don't get swallowed by them. Because they're so large. I mean, depending what whale they are, you know. Most friends are friendly, but bro, what are you saying, DJ? We're not trying to spam stuff and stuff like that on chat. Well, I know it's definitely based on fantasy for sure. It's definitely based on fantasy, but I definitely feel like the ocean should feel a little bit more alive, like with their animals and stuff like that, with their sea creatures and all that. It definitely just feels a tiny bit like empty, a tiny bit. Except silverfish. You know what? Silverfish are fish, but they're not fish. They're fish. They're fish that are not fish. And also, silverfish are not fantasy. They're actually a real thing. I also thought they were fantasy, but apparently they're not. They actually are a real thing. They are very much a real animal in real life. Yeah, they're bugs. Mm-hmm. They are bugs. I wonder. Imagine if they had a freaking dinosaur update or something like that. Wouldn't that be crazy? That'd be nuts. The prehistoric update. Imagine. Ooh, this is a little bit like too crazy with how many like different blocks we have, like different shapes. There needs to be more of a solid like block here to where there's not many curves because there's a lot of shading happening here with the concrete. There needs to be less of this. Like there's too much of that happening right now. Maybe this is a little bit better. It's definitely an improvement, but there's just like a lot happening. There's a lot of shapes happening. And I don't like how it's coming out. See, this is what I mean. Like, it's super hard to get this shape right. Can you make like a survival that we can play for a bit today? I gotta go soon. I mean, I can't be we already went through this, TJ. We can't be adding random people from chat. I know you've been a recent viewer, that's been going through chat, but you know, he's still as equivalent as anyone else that would come to chat and be like, "Hey, can I be added?" Sure, you have more trust and stuff like that, but still, then you would have more people being like, "Can I be added? Be added?" But I gotta go soon. I mean, I I can't really do anything about that, man. All right. Um, dude, this is such a hard shape because this is such a weird shape that I chose. I think we're gonna just result to be doing this to where there's gonna be certain levels. I'm sorry, TJ. It's just what it is. What it is. I can't be adding everyone. You know. Um, I think we're just gonna have to do this to where we're gonna have certain things on certain levels, and we're not gonna have too many shapes. So we're just gonna have this. So we're gonna have two blocks that go up like this. We're gonna have two blocks that go up like that right here. And I had no one to play with. Well, I'm sorry, GJ. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry to hear that. Um, yeah, I think this is better. Yeah, that I don't know what the heck I was doing before. Why the heck I'm that's exactly what I did here. That's exactly what I did here. You have to stay consistent with the flow of your shapes and the layering and everything. Because I'm not gonna lie, what I had before was really confusing. So we're gonna do this. We're going to do this, guys. Continue this all the way around. Boop, boop, boop. Like so. The aquarium, I'm not gonna lie, is a pretty large progress or large project to start off with, but you know, I wanted to get started on this one because this is one I've been laying off for a long time. Um, and I still had that, vision in my head to get, get this done, and just wanted to pursue it. And especially with how many new white blocks are inside of the game with the what do you call it? The pale wood. This is going to make things also come out really great too with that. And honestly, we could probably combine that with a few texturing and stuff like that inside the aquarium and outside, if we really wanted to. Okay. And I think we're just going to start replacing all this red wool and getting the light fixturing to go all the way around this too. See what I mean though, guys? This is a really large build. But when this is done, it's just gonna add so much life to the city. But what I do end up like planning on doing though is to where we're going to have the city have a certain road that is going to expand into a different part, and that's whale. Yeah, apparently I got the baby voice activated. That's where we will have the newer city of like present me with my new building skills, because most of the builds that I have right now that are, in this city are older, and I can go way more to scale of what actual buildings are. And what I mean by that is I'm going to, be actual looking at real building photos and stuff like that so that I can actually get more to scale of what um, building sizes are, because I feel like I did not capture that with the buildings that I have there in my city now. And also I've been like looking today at a lot of building inspiration on buildings, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty inspired. I even did a little bit of like practice building in a creative world, just a building world, and I think it came out really cool. We had like some cool building, not building, sorry, some cool archways and stuff like that for the windows. Um, and I used a lot of the shelves and stuff like that. Like shelves is also another breakthrough of a lot of different details you can do now that those are added to the game. Like there's so many other variations of blocks that have been added since I've done this, like the first iterations of the city, that um, that it makes it to where I can do so much more with starting a whole entire new part of the city, and then you'll be able to really see how much I've like improved and stuff like that. Like we can have it transition to where it's like the road goes down this windy part of town, and it gets larger and more to scale to a natural road that can fit two cars down it and have actual lanes and stuff like that, for cars to actually go onto, because the lanes that I have are literally one. There's only one lane in the road that I have going through my city. Like, literally, look. It's literally just one. Hey, what's going on, Kraken? You know what? I seen you before in the streams? I swear I recognize you from one of my streams. I'm not sure. I swear. But yeah, we're gonna be basically. Yeah, you have? Okay, thank God. I thought I was like tripping for a second. I was like, I swear I've seen it before. Um, but yeah, I'm super stoked to get started on, making our new part of the city. But, I really just wanted to, and honestly, you know what? We could just eat away at making the walls of the aquarium, and we don't actually have to make the whole thing right now and then. Um, we can just make the walls to just eat away at progress. And then, we'll just do this every single time we stream this. We can just keep on eating away at the progress of making this aquarium. And then we can, get started today on um, the new parts of the city. Now we just have to do the tediousness of placing these. Boosh, boosh, boosh. You should get some, like, rare mods for the aquarium. Rare mods or mobs? Did you mean mobs or mods? I don't want. I want to keep the vanilla if you meant mods. I want to keep as vanilla as possible. I do not want to use any mods or anything like that. Oh, mobs? Oh yeah, for sure. Honestly, you know what? We could actually put drowns in here. Now that you think about it. Bro, what are you talking about, DJ? But yeah, I think we can definitely actually, now that you mentioned that though, Kraken, I think it would actually be kind of cool if we did actually have drowns. That would actually be possibly like a big tank attraction. That would be pretty cool. And also, why haven't they added like skeleton drowned? Because that's like a thing in Minecraft Dungeons. I think they could honestly transfer over, just like they did the Bogged. Those guys are from Minecraft Dungeons, and they transferred them over to the Minecraft. I think that would actually be really cool if they did that. It would be cool, and then they could also release a new bow with that, because bows don't work underwater. The arrow drops straight down to the ground. But with the special bows that the skeletons use, it's like a coral bow or something like that, and it allows the arrow to fly fast enough to where it actually goes through the water, like with precision. Like you're actually able to aim, and the arrow doesn't end up like dropping so early. It takes a while for it to actually drop from the water. I think there is an. I think actually, you know what, guys? I think I may end up actually streaming Minecraft Dungeons eventually sometime. Because Minecraft Dungeons, I'm not gonna lie, it may be dead, but it's a really fun game. It is a really fun game. It is a really fun game. Okay, well, let's get in placing the rest of these lights here. I think also we're going to stop for today with the aquarium because this is a really tedious job. We'll just eat away at making this piece by piece. And then I think we're just gonna, right when we finish this up, we're going to start on the construction for our new part of the city, which is going to come out pretty awesome. Okay, we're almost done. Only have a quarter way to go. Also, recently I watched like all the Ice Age movies again, and I'm like, I'm pretty excited for the next one to come. I just hopefully it does well. I honestly thought their most recent one was actually not too bad. You can't catch me. I have a lot of air. Are you flying or something? Are you the gingerbread man? The flying gingerbread man? But I wonder how that movie's gonna go, like the story and everything, for that next Ice Age movie that's coming out. I think I think it's by next year, like towards the end of next year. I think it's like December or something, 2027. I think so. I'm 100% positive. I think it's called The Melting Point. I think the Ice Age movie is called. But yeah, I'm kind of curious how that story is gonna go. I don't know, because we already had the Meltdown, the movie called Meltdown. I think that was the second one. So I would assume this would be the last iteration of the series of movies. If it's called Meltdown, that probably means it's it. That's it. They're done. For a city, you should make a resort or like a snowboarding area or in honor of the Winter Olympics starting today. That would be pretty cool. But also, I would like have to make like a whole entire like thing. That would be really cool, but I feel like that would be very much months of work. Make a skyscraper. We could do that eventually. That would be really cool. But yeah, I definitely really like your idea, Kraken, but I feel like that would be such of a big project. That would be a whole entire project on its own. Because you have to literally make a whole entire mountain. And this is a super flat world. So I had not only do I have to make the mountain, but I also have to make terrain to where it goes up and like transitions to like hills to a mountain, and then you have the Olympic area. That literally like since this is bedrock, you don't have any mods to where you can just like use, the freaking axe to place like a assortment of blocks from a certain distance or whatever. From like here to here, place and fill this many blocks. Like there's no commands or anything like that in Bedrock Edition. So I'd have to be placing all those blocks by hand. And that would take months, possibly a year. So yeah, I don't think I would be able to get that done. That would be like its whole entire project on so, but it's definitely something cool to build. That would be cool. We could make like a super small scale version of that where it's like inside of a building or something. Kind of like how you make ski ranks. I think that something like that where you like make those. How those are inside a building sometimes. Or like add snow around the city. Hey, what's going on, Honor Roll? What's going on? We're just, making a giant city. Nothing going on here. Just continuing our project that I have uh, left for abandoning, and I decided to start it up again. I made this several years before. Oh, honestly, it's just like an off and on project that's gone through the years. I started on this way before I did content creation, and it's kind of just sat in my old worlds area for a while, and I just started to come back to it a few months ago, and I made those two townhouses recently, the pool and stuff like that. Did you just voice record the stream? What? Dude, that's literally exactly what I said. That's literally exactly what I said. Heck. You built this all from scratch? Yep. Well, there was some inspiration, like barely. I'm not gonna lie. There was barely inspiration. The only you typed that by hand. Dang, bro, you got the freaking speed demon typer hands, bro. Um, Here, I'll give a really fast tour. Honestly, if you really want to, you could go back in the stream, but it's like going to be 15 minutes of me showing the tour because the tour is pretty long actually. Um, I can go by it really fast, but let me just finish placing these slabs. I won't go in depth of like showing interiors of every single place because we'll be here forever. And I know most of you guys have already seen it already, so don't want to go over it again twice, do we? Oh wow, we still have a long while to go. Jesus, I I did not I did not know that. Yeah, yeah. But what we're working on right now, Honorable, we are working on an aquarium, and I plan to put like basically every single aquatic creature in here, drowned, um, nautilus, dolphins, salmon, cod, glow squid, axolotls, uh, the tropical fish. Is there anything else? I think that may be it. I think that's it. And maybe if I could somehow spawn the Nautilus with the drown on top. I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know. Um, okay, we're almost done, finally. Alright. You still here, Honorable? Just to make sure, because I don't want to tour the place and you're not here. Just to double check. Yeah? Okay, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. And just about done here. But yeah, I've been working on this place. I probably started on this city back in like 2021 or something like that. So it's been a long while in the making. Okay, so this is the aquarium. And it is pretty cool. We got ourselves a nice logo of a killer whale right in the front here. We have ourselves a giant, massive parking lot. Um, and that looks pretty awesome. And if you enter here, this is the place where the tickets and everything, and you got the things here that allow you to go through. I forgot what these called. If you guys know what these are called, you walk through and then it lets you in, and then they lock if you don't have your ticket or the person like hits a button and it goes green and you're able to go through. I forgot what we call them. If you guys know what they're called, please type in chat. I'm it's actually really hurting my brain. But we got ourselves some three separate staircases that go up to this aquarium that you're able to walk on top of, and it is really cool. You have some coral inside of there that all the fishes and stuff like that can go inside of and out. It's really awesome. And rods. Oh my gosh, this guy. And then we're gonna have all separate really cool tanks and everything for all the different types of aquatic life. And this whole entire spot right here is going to be for a arena where you're going to be able to have a dolphin show. So there's going to be a big tank, and then there's going to be an arena of people that are around it, surrounding it, and then um, that is where the dolphin show would be held, which is pretty cool. And then we'll have a tank here that you're going to be able to walk in between like this. And I think that's where we'll have the Nautilus. So if you head over here, this is our two townhouses. These are the most recent additions to the city. These are two townhouses that we made. This is the park that we made. We have a playground, a nice pond here for a picnic, dog park, a nice place to chillax, have some parties possibly. I know there's a specific word for that thing, but I forgot what it's called. And then we have ourselves a circus here, which eventually we could also make. Um, and then this is a building here that eventually I think is going to be like I don't know, like a Dollar Tree something. Um, kind of like that kind of thing where it's like a 99 cent store, stuff like that. Wait, what? What honorable? What's the wait? I think it's called that or something like that. What? What is called? What the things? These things over here? These things? The shed thing? Oh, uh, I know I have it like on the tip of my tongue. It's not pergola. Pergola are the things where it's like the beams. The brown shed. um, the brown shed. Is it this? This? Just double check. I think you were talking about the rods, the things that are letting you use the tickets. I think that's what we were saying no to. Yes? Okay. Yeah. I forgot. I think it starts with a P or something like that. Um, but no, that's the pergolas. Those are what pergolas are. Those are what pergolas are. Honestly, it's honestly not that expensive. You can like get them at like Sam's Club for like 1,200 bucks, which is like pretty cheap. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, these are the backside of the city here. So let's just make our way to the front. Let's just get our way to the start. Let's just face down. You should make a treehouse or something. Oh yeah, that would be cool. We could have a neighborhood eventually. That we could do that. That would be a long process, like making a neighborhood. Holy crap. Anyway, this is the first building. This is a haircut place. As you can see, there's an interior with some mirrors and stuff like that. You have a cashier and everything in the side of there. Fire escapes and everything. Really cool designs. Um, this is an apartment building that is not finished. There's no interior really. We also have all these alleyways filled with garbage and stuff like that. Really quick tour of the club. We have ourselves a DJ right here with some lights that aren't flashing anymore because Redstone breaks 24/7. Don't know why. Bathroom. Um, sorry, sir. You're going to go in the janitor's closet. And nice bar, cool lighting system and everything. Just outside seating also. And this guy is gonna also, the bartender is able to go in and out of his the bar and stocking place. And then this is also the truck here for the employees. And there's also even a spot for what disabled parking. I'm not gonna lie, I pretty nailed that logo. We even got ourselves a semi truck here that's unloading the shipment um, for the club. Oh, yeah, don't pay attention to that. You know, that's not finished. It's okay. This is a flower shop here, which is pretty cool. Once again, the alleyways are all finished and done. Inside here, nice plants, stuff like that. Um, More alleyways here, really cool gradient jewelry store in here. We got ourselves not jewelry, but we have valuables because jewelry doesn't exist in Minecraft. Cool fire escape on the side of this building. We have ourselves a fire, not fire, what am I saying? A pizza place slash apartment building. And here we got checkered floors left and right. We have tables and paintings and stuff. And then up here we have the menu. That's what's kind of representing with the paintings. Um, and then if we head over here, this is a corner deli shop. Over here we got freezers, all of your normal stuff that you'd find in the grocery store, like flour, eggs, cheese, bakery items, etc. And then the corner spot for our deli cashier and meat hanging in the background. And then this is our apparel store that was made in Christmas time, so it's all decorated for Christmas. There's a Christmas tree back there with the mannequins showing off the apparel. Got garland and stuff like that. Fireplace. Um, okay, I'm just gonna read this. Only I was trying to build, but I always gave up because it never looks how I want to turn it out. I want. Oh my gosh, and I hate watching tutorials and pausing a million times. Yeah, that's why I never watch tutorials because that that specific reason. It's always annoying like that. That's why I just look at photos and I go off of a photo of a real life building or something like that, or I just go off of inspiration, you know? Um, that's like the best way to do it. So you don't follow your tutorial, you go with the flow that and all the inspiration that you have. Oh my gosh, that's actually a really good idea. McDonald's. That actually is a good idea to make a McDonald's or like a fast food restaurant. But this is the main part of the store here. We got ourselves a Christmas tree. We got all the mannequins here showing off the apparel, and a little goof gag type thing here with a Yeti coming out of an ice cave. And this minecart is kind of representing, the Christmas trains that always go around in circles and stuff. Um, Inside of the stores. That I feel like that's always a thing you kind of catch in stores and around Christmas time and in toy shops. And then these are the cashiers here. Um, and I also even went as far as adding AC units, antennas, water towers, etc. to almost every single building. Um, and it looks really cool. Um, and we even have a fire escape on this one. Um, or fire exit, sorry. And then this is also a little cool graffiti art of a creeper on the side of the deli store. And then once again, I just showed you that corner store that probably is going to be like a, I don't know, a Dollar General 99 cent store, like that kind of vibe. Um, and the back of the store is here. Maybe I'll definitely use Pinterest to build tomorrow. I know, dude. That's literally what I use. That's literally what I use. I use Pinterest all of the time. You just search like city backdrops or a specific city you want to search up or something like that. And yeah, it's really great for inspiration and just try to mimic what like building you're looking at for inspiration. And it's really awesome. Really try to think outside of the box of like every block you place and everything to try to really get and nail the design to make it look like that building. Anyway, this is the back of the apartment slash pizza place. We have a fire escape here with the windows and everything. AC units, pipes. We even have a shipment coming in from the semi truck um, with some cool tire marks here from this guy, coming in with the shipment and everything for the flower. I think it's the flower store. Yeah, it is. Um, and also we have some wear and tear on these pipes here. It's kind of fallen off, as you can see, you know, and a dumpster spot with all the garbage bags. Anyway, um, oh yeah, also this is the community pool. So we have our nice lawn chairs, umbrellas, um, hot tub, employees only spot where all the floaties and pool supplies would end up going, like nets to like collect any stuff that would be in the water, and of course the lifeguard place. And then these are the bigger townhouses and the smaller townhouses that would be cheaper. Um, and yeah, that's what we got so far for the town. It is or city. It's pretty awesome. And literally just from doing this that we did like 2 seconds ago, this already seems so much more complete. So I think what we're going to be doing is we're just going to like slowly eat away at making this aquarium. Um, and yeah, I think it's going to come out awesome. Um, put a floaty in the pool maybe. You know what? I can't do that. I want to show you guys actually really cool design. I think I actually, you know what? I can actually show you a really cool design. I did it over here in this build. It is a unicorn floaty right here. Look at this guy, isn't that cool? I'm gonna copy it for the pool. But isn't this a cool design for a flamingo floaty? And we can also put these in here too, the ring floaties. All right. And also I wanted to show you guys a little something that I ended up doing um earlier today, where I just like tried to uh build um a building just to like get started again on this whole entire city style. Um, okay, let's just make this guy really fast. Boop boop boop. Boom boom. Carpet. Here we go. Awesome. Okay, so let me just show you this really fast, and then we will expand the village. I think we're probably going or not. Why did I say village? Oh my gosh, I'm literally so used to saying village because I'm used to playing the hardcore world where we're making the custom village. I think we're probably going to expand this direction so that we don't run into this mess and don't have to destroy it, because it will take a pretty long time to clean up this mess. Yeah. And also, if we do end up expanding this way, we'll eventually have to clean up this, but I definitely don't want to get rid of this because this is also a really cool build. Um, that'll preserve. It's a really cool build. Anyway, let's check out what I built earlier today because uh, I think it's pretty dope. And you can definitely tell from looking at all the stuff that I built in that world, you can tell how much my building skills have improved now, and especially with all of the new stuff. So we have got ourselves a really cool building here. Um, it had some like blue or like cyan um like bottom level design, and this was like a small corner store or coffee shop or something like that. And obviously, I didn't end up finishing it, but I also learned from a YouTuber, BWO, this really cool tip of if you put honey blocks and then you put like glass panes in front of them, and then you put some stained glass also to kind of mark where like a certain part of the window would be. It kind of gives the illusion of like the window being closed and open. And then also the honey gives the vibe of light showing inside of the building. If you guys know what I mean. So like if we would have put tinted glass here and then put tinted glass or take this away. So the shadow is always in like a different spot. It makes it look really cool. And also we did the fire escape and everything. But yeah, you can definitely tell how much my building has improved from you guys just like looking at the city that we've built there and everything. Even the sidewalk is better. Even the sidewalk. But yeah, I think we're gonna do some similar builds to this today. And yeah, let's get started. I'm honestly probably gonna pull up Pinterest right now to look at like a reference of a building or something. Okay. But first we have to kind of plan out where we're going, with the roads and stuff like that. Okay, guys. So, yeah, we're gonna have to expand this thing quite significantly. The road. Um, so let's just put this in third person. I'm so here. I'm here. Totally didn't take that from Legion. Shout out to Legion because I feel like I just kind of stole that. um, Legion is also a streamer. He's a Fortnite streamer. Loves content. Um, that's also uh, that's also where the oh my gosh, Grandpa. That's where that comes from. Are we putting in lines for the roads? Yeah, I'm outlining the roads because we're gonna have to expand them. So I'm just gonna because we have to, obviously dig it out first. So I have to not place the blocks, but I have to destroy the grass blocks so we can get an outline like this. Okay, so we did, what, 5 blocks, I think, there? So let's do another here. And 1, 2, 4, 5, about here. No like, are you meant to say no one likes? Wait, no likes like the yellow and, wait, what? I'm so confused. Yeah, I'm so confused what you just said there. I think you misspelled, bro. The white, we're definitely going to be doing the white and yellow lines and stuff like that. Oh, no lines. Yeah, we're going to be doing the lines and everything. See, that's what we're missing on here. We don't even have any of the lines. We actually just, like, put them on one of the roads over here. Yeah, exactly. So, like, we didn't even add that until here because we didn't have a wide enough road, you know? And, like, it's, yeah. So we're just going to make this to where they are 8 wide or 10 wide. No, yeah, 10 wide block road so that there's at least one block of space for the cars to sit on because they're going to be cars are like 4 blocks wide. So there needs to be at least one block space for each car to be able to actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, there also needs to be a middle to that, so 11 blocks. It needs to be 11 blocks. So yeah. That's the amount of planning that kind of has to go into this kind of stuff. But hey, we're doing it live with you guys. We're doing it live with you guys. Okay, so let's see. How many blocks is this? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Way over. Yeah, that's way over. When did we hit that marker? Let's see here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, that's not counting the other block that's actually a sidewalk, so... Okay, so we would be counting this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So right here, actually. Oh. Well, actually, not that much expanding actually had to be done. Well, good thing we counted that out. Good thing we counted all that. Because that would have sucked if we kept on going what we had. Okay. So I think this is good, right? Just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there can be a middle of this. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. Yep. There's a middle right there. Okay. So we're going to branch this off into a new strip of the city, a new block of the city. So we're gonna, yeah, go out like that far. I think that's a decent amount, right? That's about as long as that was. I definitely want to make it a little bit longer. So we can add some more buildings in here. And since the buildings are going to be more to scale, just like how you saw um, in that build that I just showed you there in the other world, that was just experimenting with some stuff. This is super satisfying. Chopping all that, digging all the dirt out. Okay, so we're gonna have to make a turn on this part. So this is the hard part. Turns are actually really hard to make in the roads in Minecraft because you still have to keep the same exact form of the road. So I think like the same amount of blocks and everything, you still have to keep it. I think this actually is a pretty good curve. I think that's good. But at the same time, like it has to be, the sidewalk also has to be thick enough to where it can still have all the like all the buildings um not have to be curved or anything. So the sidewalk can be like what, 4 or 5 blocks, 4 blocks wide. So it would come out to like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 to like here, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So like here. That's 4, right? Yeah, that's 4. That's 4. Meet up in a center spot. That's not really center, but you know, yikes. That's a yikes. That looks really weird. I feel like that's not enough space. I think we need to do one more. Because that is not enough space. Even one more. Yeah, I think that's good. So we would end up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks for a 6 box wide for the sidewalks. I mean, honestly, that's pretty to scale because you always have room to walk like side by side with people and still have people like opposite traffic coming on the sidewalk, you know, in cities and stuff like that. They definitely have, I think, bigger sidewalks for sure. So we would have to continue now this same road off this way, and we could probably connect up this apartment building that we have over here. This is another apartment building that I just like made. So honestly, let's try to connect this up actually. Let's try to connect this up so we can make a whole entire block here. So this is the sidewalk right there. Boom. Okay. Remember, 11 blocks. So we just need to go out one, I think, right? I think we may literally just need to go out one. And that's it. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, definitely not. Okay. This is 9. And then this is 11. I think. So let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. Okay. So let's just continue this. Oh no. This is off center of that. Huh. What are we gonna do about this? We may have to literally just get rid of this building because it just does not match up, and I can't make the road. I mean, I can make it to where it's a driveway up to the building, but then that means I'd have to change this whole entire aspect to where it was like a convenience store. Because I was gonna have a convenience store here, and then there's gonna be a gas station. So I guess this is gonna have we're really gonna have to work um around that, I guess. We're really gonna have to figure out how to make that happen. But once like blocks and stuff start to go in for everything, you guys are really gonna see progress. Like even filling in the lines, these lines with blocks, like even that you'll see a lot of progress done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Block right there. Okay. Okay, then how did we do this? We did 1, 2, 3, and then a 2. Well, how many blocks does that go out then? It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It goes 8 blocks out. Outward to make the turn. So let's get this guy. A lot of math involved in this. Not gonna lie. A lot more than you'd think. Okay, I think this is it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. We were literally 1 off. That sucks for making that right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Boom. There we go. There's the curve. There's the curve for the whole entire curb of the grid. Or the thing here for the block of the city. The first block. Like the full first block of the city. Because we actually never finished it. I'm gonna make sure that this actually lines up here. Okay, that does line up. I'm trying to get these to be perfect with each other, like perfectly aligned. Where these roads expand. So I can get, if I can get this, like to go out at the right spot, that'd be amazing. Okay. Oh, they're not the same width. So it still doesn't work. Either way. Yeah. Yeah, I can't do that. It's what it is. It is what it is. I literally can't do that. They're not the same width. Like this road is not the same width as that road. See, that's the thing. Like this, the city that I made is like really wonky of like how things are made in this city that I currently have built. Like there's no math done to like, okay, this is how long or how wide the road needs to be for cars to be able to fit in 2 lanes. You know, like I didn't do that. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, I have to count it here. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. Back from dinner. It was super good. Awesome, Kraken. Awesome. Alright, let's fill in these lines. Bro, have you guys ever been to... You guys have, like, Chili's in your area? That's, like, really the only place I'm really able to go. Because I have a nut allergy. I have a nut allergy, guys. And, it sucks a lot. The nut allergy goes over literally every single nut, basically. Every single tree nut, and also peanuts. Yeah. So even if I was like unallergic to cashews, it doesn't even matter because like if I was not allergic to cashews or something like that, it doesn't matter because cross-contamination and there could be other nuts in the system or the company or that manufacturing and stuff like that. Oh snap. Kraken, you got nut allergies too? Wow. My brother from another mother. I have someone to relate to. Holy crap! Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that have like nut allergies, but at least I don't have it to where like, because I have it to where like if I touch it, like it gets into my bloodstream. It like I don't want to get too graphic, but I end up like freaking just fainting, and that's it. Because my esophagus collapses. Basically, it just tightens. That's what ends up happening. Okay, I think it's called anaphylactic. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Anaphylactic? Anaphylactic? I think that's what it's called. The reaction. Not me, lol. Um, oh, your brother. Your little brother. Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to know what things like have nuts in it or not. I mean, even if it says like not does not contain on the package or whatever, it still might actually contain it because some companies are like that. Like, it's so stupid. Like, you really have to like completely research that item, to really actually make sure, that it's actually safe to consume. So, yeah, it really does suck. Yeah, it really does. Really does. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the reason I mentioned, I'm not sure if I actually mentioned it, but um, that reminded me, Kraken, of you like going out, like to dinner or whatever. I'm not sure, whatever. Um, is like I only the only like safe place really that I can like really trust to go out to is like Chili's, because Chili's is really good with their allergies and everything, and they also barely have any nuts and stuff like on their like menus and stuff like that. I think like the only thing they have is like a salad. Actually, you know what? I think I got rid of it. I think like the specific person or the I think the person told me that they actually got rid of that salad or whatever because someone actually had a reaction to it and they're like, you know what? We're just gonna get rid of that. And I thought that was actually really cool because getting rid of something just for the allergy, like that's just really awesome. But yeah. So Chili's is like the only place that like I can really trust because they are like really good at that. And only a small amount of like fast food places I can go to. Oh, you didn't go out to eat? Well, that kind of just reminded me of like going out because you said dinner or whatever. But that's pretty nice, man. Barbecue ribs. Dang, son. I want you, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. Shitties! Baby back ribs. But yeah, that's really like the only place I can really trust to like go out to. It's like at least like decent, like a decent place to go out to. Kinda sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully I don't have it permanently throughout my whole life, you know? Because, you know, some people have it, you know, forever, and some people only have an allergy for 5 years, or a year, or 2 years, you know? Okay, well, let's just finish digging out this road here. And I'm thinking about, like, you know, adding a bunch of cool buildings here, and definitely some taller buildings, for sure. More to scale buildings, if you want to say. And like you said, I think TJ mentioned it, like making a skyscraper. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. A skyscraper. I think I bit my tongue or something. Yeah, my brother has a lot of allergies, like sesame seeds and egg nut. Sesame seeds, eggs, and nuts. Dang. That's, dude, eggs, that's worse than nuts. But like bro, that is rough, man. The combo. One thing is just to have eggs, just period. Eggs is already really rough on its own. That allergy. Eggs isn't everything. It's like the construct of any baked good, or really anything. Like this baking period. It can even be added on your freaking like meat, like that you'd get from a place, like on your ham or whatever, just as like an egg wash or like just like, yeah, that's horrible. That is so horrible, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. I know like how rough it is. I think like back when I was like really itty bitty tiny, I had like a corn allergy for few years, which that was really rough. That was pretty rough. It's almost about the same as the same like severity of like finding it and everything wise as eggs, because corn is used in almost everything too. So that's pretty rough, man. I'm sorry to hear that with your brother. Hope all goes well with that. And I've had a few reactions myself, you know, to all that, but don't want to get into all that. We're not here to talk about that kind of stuff. We don't want to get into trauma and stuff like that, or anything like that. Anyway, different subject. I'm lucky I don't have any allergies, but I'm lactose intolerant. I mean, hey, at least you're lactose intolerant and you don't have like some life-threatening thing, you know? The only thing that's life-threatening about having lactose intolerant is that toilet is really gonna have some life-threatening poop coming over there. Explosives going on the toilet. The toilet's getting life-threatened. That's what's happening. So at least it's not you. At least it's not you, man. That's just one thing about allergies. It could be from literally just you get like a stomach bug from your allergy or whatever if you end up eating it, to literally you breathe it and you get anaphylactic and you end up suffocating. Like that's how freaking crazy it can get. It's crazy. I've heard that to where literally like some people have it so severe to where they literally breathe it and it's it. Because that's like insane. So I'm really happy that you're still here. I'm here. I'm here, TJ. Yeah, I'm super thankful that I don't have that severity of allergy. how many layers are in the street? I just have to get rid of all this grass because this is where the road is going to go. So I have to remove all the blocks so that the road can be installed. I'm not gonna lie, though, it's pretty satisfying. It's pretty satisfying. Okay. Um, so let me just make sure we have these measurements right. This is 6 blocks for the sidewalk. Okay, so this is a sidewalk start right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This block is still the sidewalk. So we're just gonna place the block every so often. We don't want a whole entire line. Okay, so right here is where we start. That thing. Okay, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, boom. Okay, there we go. That's the corner of where the building was going to go. Okay, we're good. We're good. So, now we know the layouts of where the buildings are going to go, at least from a construct of this line here. So, let's just, this dotted line at least. So we're just going to place some dirt, also aligning this. Oh, so we're also going to have to try to figure out this too. Because this is really weird. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have like this getting cut off right here. We're going to have this cut off right here. And I think we could have this building just come out all the way like this so that it takes up most of the space here. We don't want any big gaps here or anything, so okay. And once again, we're doing the six blocks, so we got to make sure we can continue that all the way down. Boop, 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 boop. What are you talking about, TJ? Are those Pokemon? Like, do you have? Are those names of Pokemon? I don't know. Because you said all Pokemon after you just typed whatever that means. Okay. So, this is going to be the layout of this whole entire block. So, let's plan this out, guys. We have to have alleyways in between this. And okay, let's just start looking at some Pinterest stuff because I'm not gonna lie. I definitely need some sort of reference here to look at if we're gonna get anywhere here. So let's see. Like we're gonna look at like tops of buildings. Tops of city buildings. Yeah. Literally just shows me buildings. Doesn't even show me the tops. That's uh-huh. Okay, there's one photo here that stands out. And it's this one. Okay. So it seems like there can be a mixture of skyscrapers and normal sized buildings that are at least like 5 to 6 stories tall. And then they have the skyscrapers once in a while bordering them. And then, yeah, this is like also a really good, a pretty significant size for a block of the city. So I think what we would start off first would be like some sort of corner store or something like that. Something like that. But we don't want to be like we don't want to have this city looking like the slumps or anything. That's one thing's for sure. I want this to be like a nice city. I want it to be a nice city. So let's look at some cool inspiration. Let's see. I do really like that one corner building that we found and we built in that one little playtesting, practicing world that I did there. Ooh, this is some cool stuff. I really kind of forget that terracotta is a thing in the game, and that's also really good. Bro, I keep dying in GTA. Oh no. Not the freaking loop death, bro. Oh no! Let's see. Okay. It seems like there's a lot of terracottas a move. Yeah. GTA is hard. Yeah, definitely for sure. GTA is definitely a hard game to play. Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of terracotta we can put in there and implement into the buildings. Because there's always this like multi-layered colors and stuff like that. There's like three stories, and then there's a cut in the middle of the building, and there's another three stories, but then it's a different color. Like most buildings like have that a lot if they're like a six-story building and stuff like that. All right, I'll see you later. I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you tuning in. Um, I think we're gonna do some sort of this like corner shop. I think we're gonna. Okay, let's look at this one. This is actually pretty cool. Ooh. Oh, I like this. I like this. We're probably gonna have to change up the colors because there's no such thing as dark blue in the game. There's not enough variants of dark blue in the game, so we're gonna have to change up that color palette. But I think I found something that's actually pretty nice, and I like it. I think it's pretty nice. Okay, let's start it. Let's start it off here. I think we're gonna go with the same palette that we did in that one world that I showed you guys with the dark prismarine and the warped wood. And you know what? We could have like an accent once in a while with the copper, like possibly like on a of like the trim or something like that. Um, yeah, but this is a good palette. Did you just like at everyone, TJ? Okay. And yeah, okay. I think that's good for stairs. And we have the slabs. Okay. It seems like there is a little bit of like white highlights in here. So let's just grab a white quartz slab. Um, and there's a little bit of brick in here too. So we can grab terracotta and brick to mix that up. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got it, guys. We got all the blocks we need. So this is going to be the corner of the building, which is actually the entrance, apparently. What do you mean? She said goodnight. She already left. Well, there's no reason to get mad, TJ. You're doing all caps. It means yelling. Okay. Well, let's. Honestly, if we have any like complaints or whatever, TJ, I'm on it. You can have your own conversation. You're not mad. Well, it kind of seems like it. You're doing all caps and stuff like that. That's what that kind of means, you know? Alright. Well, let's focus back on this. We're going to be placing in some glass right here. Okay. Oh. Well. Okay, we're going to have to do this. Yeah, I think that's fine. We're not going to have all this the same. We definitely don't want this to all be the same. As you saw from, I can't build a circle. Oh no! Here, look, I got you. Right here. Right here, bro. Boom. Just repeat that same shape. That's it. Literally. Like this. Just repeat this same shape. Boom. A circle. There you go. You just gotta repeat that same pattern. It's as easy as that. Alright, bye TJ. See you in the next one. Alright, we're gonna get rid of... We're actually, no, we're just gonna place our block palette down. So we're able to... Anytime, Kraken, I got you. So we're able to, you know, do the pick block thing. Okay. We're gonna grab cyan wool, and then we're also gonna grab signs, and we're also gonna grab shelves, like that. Okay, so these are gonna be our detail blocks for the warped planks. So we can put these on here and stuff like that for some details. So we can do that. And then we should probably go up like this and then repeat this again. And let's go up again with this. Boom. And then I'll put that cyan wool right here with a sign on it on each side. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good, if I don't just say so myself. And now we're going to fill this in, like so. And I'm thinking to... like, how the heck are we going to get this white outline? There's like a white streak that goes right here. There's a streak of white that goes right here. How are we going to get that in there? It's so thin. And I can't... I could do the shelves, but then it would only be like from certain angles, because then, look, you can only go so far with this. This is like the best you can do with the shelves. You can place white blocks inside of them, and then you can get somewhat of a streak, but it doesn't really work out that well. I think we're gonna have to deal without having that little white streak there. I think so. We're also gonna be able to, just not gonna be able to do it. Is what it is. But we can put these though. These signs. Okay. So let's just continue this. This building actually stretches a pretty far distance. So it seems like the windows and stuff. Do you think pineapple belongs on people on pizza? Um, I've never tried it, so I can't say because never tried it. But I know that's more of a Hawaiian thing than anything. So I guess it is for Hawaiian people. I know it's like a Hawaiian thing. So I'm pretty sure at least. Okay, so I think it's like every single 5 blocks is a window. Where like the warp planks to go? Okay, and then it seems like there's another. Is that a door? Oh no, it's just like a thinner window. Okay, so this is like a 3 block, and then another. Okay, another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here. Oh, actually, that's more than 5. Oh wait, no, it's not. Never mind. Messed up again. And then there's a door right here. And then there is a window right here. And then is that a wall? I can't really see. This is like on an angle. I think that's a wall. I think so. So I guess we're just gonna fill that in like that. But I don't really know what to really do with that. I mean, we could indent it with these guys so that it would be indented into the wall because it seems like it's a little bit of an indent. Okay, so let's just repeat this same pattern on these pillars and stuff like that. So we're gonna do the warped wood like that. Boom. Cyan wool. Warped wood. And then it seems like where does the window go up to? The windows. Have you seen the new Avatar movie, Fire and Ash? Just wondering because he said you watched all the Ice Age movies recently. No, I have not. I just watched uh, I watched all the Ice Age movies recently. Disney Plus, so just watched all those. Just basically watched them through the week. But I have watched the first and second one. I have watched those, but I have not seen the most recent one in the theaters yet. I usually, if I know if it's like a movie that's gonna come out on Disney Plus, I usually just wait for it to come out on Disney Plus. You know, I rather just wait for it to come out. You know, I'm not like insanely like in love with the trilogy to where I'm gonna see it in theaters or anything. So it's not too much of a big of a deal to not see it in theaters. Okay, so but I did like the first and second ones. I think they're good. I think the movies were pretty good. But it seems like we got like a little bit of a gold like something going on the top or the top of the beams here, which I do not know how I would integrate that into here. I think I may like not do that because I don't think there's really any way because it's such a small detail. It seems like it may be impossible to add. Okay, we also have to make sure we're placing these on here. Okay, yep. All right, great. I think I want to do the same thing that I did on the other one, so this is not so repetitive with the pattern of the shelf. I'm going to get rid of one every 3 blocks. Hopefully. Oh, okay. That's okay if it's not even. Okay. What's your favorite thing at Chili's? I usually get like I think the last thing I had on there on Chili's or at Chili's was like a with their sliders, like the 3 sliders. But I've heard um I heard like the what do you call it? The chicken dippers or whatever you want to call it. I heard those were really good. I think they just like brought those back or something, right? Or I'm not sure if that was like for a limited time that they brought them back or anything. I'm not like consistent with treat stuff because of my allergy, you know. Oh dang. Okay. I'm I gotta make this work. I have to make this where. Okay, this is 5. Can we do this every single 5 blocks? But then it ends up going back to 4. R. Okay, I think this is like probably the best we can get. I think that's the best we can get. It aligns pretty decently with, you know, some of the windows and stuff. I think it's good. I think like the last thing though that I ended up having on like Chili's or something like that was like the 3 like sliders. The 3 little slider things. Anyway. But yeah, I think it's Chili's is a pretty decent place. Okay, so it's like 5 blocks for every single window. So right here, we go up, boom. I need to put freaking the cyan wool like right here. It's pretty annoying going back and forth. Okay, boom, like that. 5. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then this whole entire thing that goes across here. There probably is a word for that, and I just don't know it. For this, what I'm building right here, I think it's an overhang of some sorts. It's definitely some sort of overhang. Oh no. Oh snappers. I think this actually lines up perfectly. I built this wrong. Oh my gosh. It does. It does. Oh, that's satisfying. That is satisfying. I built that wrong. It's that the window there is actually a smaller one right there, and then we have the big one like this. Okay, okay, okay. This is all lining up, guys. It's coming together. It's coming together. Slowly but surely. That's the wrong block. That's also the wrong block. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got those in. Let's put the signs in. And then we get on to making the actual windows. And I'm pretty sure also that actually in the large windows and the small ones, they're all brick. Like the spot in between here, it's all brick. So we have to get rid of that. And also, this is a door right here. So I have no clue how the heck I'm going to make that. I guess we're just going to make a door that does not work. It's just going to be for aesthetics. That's what it's going to be. We'll have this one working. There's a door right here that works. That will work. Oh, sorry. It's not here. It's actually here. The door is here. Sorry. That one will work, but that one won't, because there's no such thing as a diagonal door in Minecraft. So, alright. So, now that we have to get onto the windows, I think we probably have to grab the brick blocks. So, let's grab granite and also brick walls. And then we can also grab some white stained glass too. Okay. So it literally seems like this is aligns. Well, honestly, you know what? I think there honestly may be a better. Does this blend in better? Or no? It's more neutral. It's not as bright as this. It's definitely not as bright. This is definitely to scale to the windows, I feel like. Like if you were to walk up to them in real life. I don't know. The more that I look at them, like, I feel like it would be like a slab and a half. I feel like it would be like a slab and a half. I wish I could like have the photo on the side of the screen, but you know I don't got that kind of magic right now with my setup currently. Don't have any overlay stuff or anything like that. We'll get there eventually, but we're just in our beginnings of our streaming, so of my streaming journey. I do love streaming a lot, so for sure we'll be upgrading stuff sooner or later. Okay, did you make a convenience store? We will eventually. I mean, I think that's actually what I plan to do for that building over there. It's apartment slash convenience store. So I think there's going to be we're going to get rid of this road that's in front of it. It's going to be a driveway up to it, and then, or a driveway up into a gas station, and then there'll be a spot right here to where I can drive into that convenience store, which is also built into an apartment. So I guess those probably will be like the sketchy-ish part of town. So I think that honestly, that would probably make this strip of buildings probably like the sketchy part of town. And then after this building, there'll probably be like trees and then another building right here, kind of continuing this kind of mall, strip mall, or what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, plaza, plaza type deal. This is like a strip of stores, like a few stores. So it'll probably be like some trees dividing that area right there, or something like that. Just some sort of divider. Okay. So let's grab this glass. Put this in. Let's install the glass. Nice, nice. Looking good so far. I wish we did have like the right tone of the cyan or the blue, but it's okay. It is okay. This works. This works good enough. Okay, so right here, this is where the door is going to go, and then there's one more window right here. Okay. So let's fill in these windows. And like again, I said later or earlier, sorry. This is where a diagonal door will go in. So there'll be a spot there for just an aesthetic looking door. It's not going to be usable because there's no such thing as a diagonal door. So let's also fill in this. This is actually a wall, so I just had to use some of these guys to make the indent in this wall. Okay, like that, yeah. Alright. I honestly think I don't like the terracotta blend that I have. I think it makes it look weird. I think we're just gonna have straight bricks. Because it's so little to where it doesn't really do anything. It just makes it look weird. Okay. So let's make sure we have these details on every single pillar. We gotta make sure we have the signs and the shelf on the bottom. And also shelf on the top there. Boom. Boom. Okay. Also here. Oh, I already have my signs in this spot. Never mind. Oh, wait. Last spot. Okay, there we go. And then probably missed a few in this one. Yep. And then we also have to do these guys, right? Yeah, we didn't do these. And then on top of this building is a white building. And there's also some potted plants aligning this whole entire part of this top part of the building. There's a bunch of potted plants. So I think we could mimic that with somebody want some dark oak planks, trapdoors, some of these doodads, and these flowers. And let's get these guys in. I think, like, they have them, like, dotted around every single square inch of this thing. It sucks that I can't add an under part to every single one of them. Because now, it's gonna look like that. You know, like, well, let me just... But, it's gonna look like that. You're gonna see the under part of the moss. So, that's the only thing that sucks about that. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it. Because I definitely don't want to get rid of the... definitely don't want to get rid of the shelves. So... Okay. And then let's place these on the little gaps here. Okay. All good. All good in the neighborhood. Okay. And then we'll place, I think, these ever so often. And then we'll find a flower to place in one of the gaps. Let's do this one. I think that's pretty close to what the mixture of flowers that they have. Yeah. And let's also make sure this extends all the way to the end here. And also, we'll get rid of that one shelf there. Boom, boom. There we go. And then let's do this on this side too. I think this is coming out pretty nice, guys. Oh no. Few flaps are not flipped. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Well, that's annoying. Don't even have an equal amount there, but it's whatever. Okay. Looks pretty nice. And then we're going to have the white building on top of this one. And I already figured out a palette beforehand of a white building. And it was using white concrete, white wool, and then once in a while there would be a bone block. And then also, depending what building it is, which this one also has the same thing, is there's little indents in like certain corners and stuff like that. And this building has the same thing, except it's in a corner. So I guess we're gonna have to do it with slabs and then put blocks behind them. So let's do this. So we're gonna have to do this. This is what I mean by that. Like this. I mean, you know what? I think it works out. Ish. I think it's alright. Okay. And it seems like there's always like a little bit of an indent inside of the wall. So I think to mimic that same thing, we should probably have like the bone block here. Or something like that. Like how does this look on a little bit of a bigger scale? Let's just make like a few of these. Ooh, it's not the concrete. I forgot, it's not the concrete. It's not white concrete. It's the quartz, smooth quartz. Yep. I may have used the concrete. You know what? I can use the concrete for the indents of the wall. That's fine. For the behind part of this. And this can go up a few times. It definitely needs to go up like 2 more blocks. I'm just trying to like look back and forth from the photo and this and make sure my scale is like right. Like we're trying to make this city as scale as the building, like real life. As realistic as a real life building. Like to scale. I think I just like confused the heck out of people the way I worded that. Okay. Okay, I forgot. I already forgot to place the wrong or the right block. Okay, so these are going to be the indents right here. Boosh, boosh. Honestly, we should probably have one of these have more quartz on it. So we'll just do that. Okay. And is there a window? Okay, so on the fourth one of these doodads. So this one right here is a window. And it seems like their windows are pretty simple. It's just a generic little window with like the separated part in the center like that. So we can figure out a design to get that. And we should probably not copy the same exact design on that for sure. Honestly, you know what? Let's just make this go up one, and then let's just do that. Just have some random stuff. Random wall blocks. We don't want it to be repetitive. And I'm not really going off of shading or whatever. I'm just going off of color. I'm not going off of shading. Because I honestly just really forget about doing shading because it's really hard to remember where the sun is coming from and this and that, whatever. But honestly, I should probably stick with one one area that the wool goes to, because honestly, that looks really weird. That does look really weird, looking like this. So maybe we'll have a little bit of a sensibility from the light standpoint. We'll have the wool fade away right there. Okay, so that's the fourth one, so it means actually this is the window. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? We can. Well, it doesn't like pop out or anything like that. So what we can do is we can use trapdoors to make a thin little thing like this, and then a thin outline right there, and a thin outline right here. Let's fill that in. And they're pretty like tinted black windows, so let's just use tinted glass and then put black concrete behind them. And it will give the illusion that they're just tinted black windows. Boom. Look at that. Awesome. Obviously, that little spot here with the black concrete is not going to be showing, but I think we should do this. Yes. This is working, guys. We're making this building, and now it's coming out phenomenal. It's coming out phenomenal. We're Bob the Builder right now. We're being literally Bob the Builder. Oh no, 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 oh no. Oh, thank God. Okay. Even the person that made this house or building, sorry, actually knew that there's an imperfection here. Great. There's a bigger building. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. A bigger window right here. So we're good. I was like, there can't be a window there. That's not good. It's okay, we're good now. We're good. Let's just place in these trapdoors. And we'll fill this in. There, this is actually the other window right here. So let's put the tinted glass behind it. Like so, and then we'll put the black concrete. And let's put smooth quartz Well, actually, I think we should probably put the wool back on display here. Let's put the wool back in here. Slowly implement it back. There we go. There we go. First wall done. At least, sorta. Because there's still a few details missing here that I think we can get actually with the shelf. I'm so glad they added the shelf, bro. So glad that they added this in chat. Add so many details. You can add so many details with this. Boom. And it seems like, just like right here with the slabs, we have one of those spots right in between this window, the big window. So let's actually use staircases to imitate this. The same thing. There we go. Alright, that looks pretty good. What's your favorite build so far? So far this one is looking phenomenal. Honestly, it could be the best one yet. I don't know, but like finished fully, I'd say it's either in between the club. The outside is a little bit messy, but the inside is really, really cool. Um, that, the apartment building, you know what? I think it's the townhouse. The townhouses. I think these are my favorite builds because these are my most recent ones. Um, and the interiors are really, really awesome. They're really, really cool. I really love them. And yeah, I think these are the best ones, the best builds out of the city. I think so. I lost where I was. Where are we? Okay, this way. Okay. Alright, it's gonna finish this last detail here, and I think we're gonna wrap up the stream here. I think we're gonna wrap up the stream there. Let's place these staircases. Boom. Oh yeah, dude, this, oh my gosh, this looks so good. And they go, oh my gosh. I'm like geeking out over these stupid shelves. Like how good they are, man. Okay. Boom. Okay. And then on this side, we have ourselves a window, which as we remember is only 2 blocks wide. And then there's another spot right here. Boom. Well, actually, that's an issue. Huh. Okay, I think what we're gonna have to do here, so that this can be possible, is we're gonna have to make a little bit of imperfection that's not inside of the actual building itself. We're gonna have to make this a wider indent part thing. So yeah, it's what it is, but I don't see any other way of doing this without having to tweak with something in the windows, and I feel like the windows are more important than this. It's a pretty minor thing, I'm not gonna lie, so I think this is okay to mess up on. pretty minor imperfection. Okay, let's put in these trapdoors. Boom, 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 boom. Trapdoors on the top part too. Okay, and then we can do the same here. Boom, boom. Oh, did we make them this tall? No, we did not. Okay, yeah, I was like, I don't remember making them that big. Oh, okay. I forgot we did this. I forgot we did that to the windows. Okay, there we go. And then we gotta place in the glass and the black concrete behind it. Oh, I forgot to place the trapdoors in this part. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Alright. Oh no, because we did slabs in that spot right there. That makes it to where... Oh no. Well, it's a good thing that I'm using tinted glass so you don't really see that. It's okay. Because since that's like white concrete, you can see that it's like a little brighter on that. But it's okay. It's not too biggie. It's not too much of a deal. You barely can notice that. And even if you do notice it, it's like, oh, okay, it's a wall. Like, not too bad of a deal. Okay, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. I guess I'll just leave this open for right now because literally, I don't know if there's gonna be a wall going here, but I guess I'll close it off for now so we can just look at it as the final product for what we have today. All right, here's the final product of the first building for today's stream. Oh, other than this one window. Gotta finish this window. Hold up. Close it in. Okay, there we go. Voila. Looks pretty epic. Looks pretty awesome, guys. I'm not gonna lie. What I'm looking at on my photo, like my photo, if I'm comparing, it looks pretty spot on. Oh, there's a sign here. Wait. Okay, last detail. There's a sign right here. And it says, I don't, oh, it didn't say anything. It's just literally a sign with something on it. So we can just put like, a banner on it or something. Where's chains? Grab chains. Let's grab these guys. Boom, boom. Oh, that sucks. Can't do anything like that. Okay, I guess we can do this. And then we can just add hanging signs. Oh, whoops. Messed that up. So add a hanging sign. Hanging sign. Hanging sign. And I guess what we could do, we can grab berry blocks. Let me see if we can grab some berry blocks from over here somewhere. I think I have some in here. And we can place the banners on here. On the berry blocks. Okay. Okay, like this. So I think you can place banners on top of the hanging signs. I hope so. If not, well then shoot. Kind of ruins my plan. Oh, thank God. I guess red. Or it seems like it's like a There's like a little bit of a design to it. So I'm just try to replicate that. There's like orange inside there, and there's like a horse in there. So I'll add a gray spot, or I'll do that on the bottom, and then the horse's head is like right there. Um, I mean that's kind of as close as I can get. I mean I don't want to do the whole entire banner customization crap right now. So there, that's what that's what we got. It's all right. It's just for now. We could customize it later. We can customize it later. It's pretty alright for now. But yeah, guys, that's it. That is it for today's build. Our first start on the city. It's looking pretty fresh. It's looking pretty awesome. I'm really liking it so far. Thank you guys for tuning in for today's stream. I know it's been a little bit of a different one for today. Usually I do the whole entire, hardcore series. And, I decided to switch it up a bit. And I'm really glad that you guys liked it. We literally have like 11 likes on this stream. So thank you so much for liking it. I'm glad you guys like this kind of form of content. And I'll definitely be making another stream up on this. Honestly, you know what? I may end up doing it next stream. Probably. I'm really, really liking this building, and I think I definitely want to continue on to it. Yeah. Glad you guys all enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.